Hello, hello. It's time for an update in English, Kringlish, or whatever you call it, but it's not in Dutch this time.
Oh, I'm curious how it will be, how it will go. Probably crap as always, but who cares?
Ha!
Yes. Oh, where's my own voice? There. It's in the middle of the night? Well, nah. It's not even 11 o'clock. Oh. At night. Evening. It's evening now. Still, it's evening. Ooh. And I'm drinking my first beer since Tuesday. It's Saturday now. And I must say, I like it. Things have happened last week. Things are happening in life. That's the way things go in life. And sometimes bad things happen and sometimes good things happen. And this was a week where many good things happened. To start with the most important thing from I have been quite depressed a couple of years ago, and I'm crawling out of that, and I must say it's starting to work. And talking about work, I have applied for a job and I have been accepted. Yes, thank you very much for the applause. I have been accepted and I'm so fucking happy. You know, being close to 60, applying to a job and getting it, that's not nothing. And it's a job I like. It's a job I want to have. It's a job I really think I can do. And I really think that can make me better. A better human. I can be who I am. I'm learning a lot during that job. And I'll be in touch with many humans of very different kinds, and I'll have to manage. I'll not be alone during these confrontations or whatever's. We're working in teams of 2 persons, and usually we're not too much involved with violence or things like that, but I'll get a training in kickboxing. Yes. I'm gonna be a city host of Amsterdam. Yeah. This is 3 months ago I was applying, I visited a job fair and I saw this opportunity and I thought, well, no. I'm not ready for that. But maybe the gardeners, there's several branches of the work brigade, as they call it. That's the people who are living on welfare, like me right now. For 3 months I'm in the welfare situation. Who want to get out and who want to go back to the job market, they can apply to various versions of the work brigade, and it's typically Amsterdam. It's not a Dutch thing. It's an Amsterdam thing, and 3 months ago when I saw the blue uniforms and I thought, with all those people and pigeons and whatever, there's going to be a lot of troubles. I saw lots of troubles on that journey, on that thing. So I applied for the gardening thing, but during the last few months I've been growing somehow, I don't know. And when they called back and said, well, we want to invite you to come and talk about the gardening thing group, I said, well, maybe the city host wouldn't be a bad idea at all, because I'm doing voluntary jobs now at God, how do you call it in English? Debt management. The people who have accumulated unpaid bills and things like that, and lots of mail unopened and things like that. I'm helping them to sort things out and to prepare their journey towards debt-freeness. Free from debt. That's the purpose of what I'm doing now as a voluntary job. And I have noticed that working with people and doing something for people and making people feel good is something that I really appreciate. And I knew that all along, but I noticed that I can do it. It is voluntary, so it's an as the Germans call it, it's a Ehrenamt, an honorary job. It's an honor to do such a thing, and the honor is the payment. You are paid by honor and not by money. That's okay. I'm working. I have colleagues now, and that's one thing. But I don't get any money from it, and I have bills myself, and most of the bills can be paid by welfare. But I've got a bicycle that hasn't got good tires, and new tires and getting them on the bike is something that costs way more than I can afford. And that's why I want to, one of the reasons why I want a job again, so that I can mount my bicycle and ride the city. But the funny thing is, the job that have applied to is a job that involves bicycles and city. So, and when I was at the appointment last Thursday, there was some doubt whether I could do it. And after an hour of talking, she welcomed me and said, I guess this will work out perfectly. I hope this will. And I don't know. I'm so fucking happy. I'm so fucking happy. You can't understand how happy I am. 2 years ago I was on the roof of this apartment building, and I didn't go any closer to the edge. But I didn't want to go on with life anymore, and it's quite a difference. To be honest, it's quite a difference now. I want to go on. I want to see what the future has, and I'm still. I've taken up modding Morrowind once more, and I'm playing Daggerfall, and I'm enjoying the LGWIs with by Grimmith. And I'm playing Daggerfall myself as well with a hero I made in September last year, just before Flailfish Jr. went to Seydanin. or arrived at Sedanin, which made a lot of difference. So I totally forgot about Daggerfall. And he met some leeches in Mournhold, Mourniles, and or wherever in the Peaceman's Head. They're crap. And this young lady in Daggerfall met a leech, and it was not crap. It was hell. So, Surface Pack 60 of the Morrowind mod will have leeches. Leeches. True, dangerous leeches. And I've been testing some of them, and they are amazing. So there's a continuous line from Daggerfall, one more line from Daggerfall towards my Morrowind mod and the world of Tamriel that I think really needs some. Morrowind should be more Daggerfallish, and I'm considering now a way to convert Daggerfall dungeons, the random dungeons, the data from the dungeons into data for Morrowind. That's quite an effort, I must say. But we'll get there, or we won't get there. But if you don't try, you'll never get anywhere. But that will be great, of course, to convert Daggerfall dungeons into Morrowind dungeons. And 2 weeks ago I started Daggerfall, playing Daggerfall. It was very early in August, and I didn't even know how to make a screenshot from the DOSBox, so things went wrong, and she was only level 5 or 6, right? No, 5, I think. She's 12 now. And when she was 7, she met her first Daedra Lord, and oh man, it was hell. And when she was 11, she met another, because she beat him to death, completely. She beat the crap out of him! In the same dungeon. Revenge. Vengeance! Yes. Yes, and getting this job, it's a kind of vengeance as well. I've never been to Daggerfall with her. No, not to the province. Okay, I arrive at the province, the privateer's keep, hold, whatever, privateer's hold. Maybe I visited Gothway Garden to drop some stuff, and then I went on a boat to Sasasa. I've been there for 12 levels. Sentinel. Okay, yeah. And somewhere along the line, I've picked up learning Orcish in order to grow in the Fighters Guild, because the only Fighter Guild skill she has is archery, because she switches between archery and hand to hand. That's quite easy to switch between them, and hand to hand is great. Not as great as in Morrowind, of course, but it's still great in Daggerfall. In Morrowind, it's a tactical skill as well. You can pull your get your enemy to the ground and focus on other enemies before you finish off the ones that are bugging you. So you can calm down a battlefield quite easily and quite fast. But that's not the way it works in Daggerfall, that's not the way it works in Oblivion. It's only in Morrowind where they applied the drain fatigue or damage fatigue to the hand to hand.
What's wrong with you?
Nothing is wrong with me. I'm contemplating. I'm thinking. What more do I have to say? I haven't been eating very well last week. And oh yeah, I bought me some flowers to celebrate my yeah. Look. Aren't they beautiful? They're not real flowers, of course, and they were very, very cheap because my budget is still very limited. But that's kind of luxury that I usually do not afford myself to have. But it really cheers up the room. It really cheers up this corner. See that? It's not much, but it's so much. It's to me this couple of flowers is only two branches, two twigs or whatever you call it. They symbolize the rising of the phoenix somehow. I don't know how to put it in proper words, but that's basically. I've got more beer. I still have some beer. Oh, I'm so happy. I can cry. Where the fuck is the opener? Shit. I usually have cans, so I don't need openers. Ah, there's one. I see you. I see you. I see you. I saw you. Da 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 da. I still have to do some bit of tidying up this mess, but somehow it didn't go the way I planned it. Hold on a second. I'll just do what it smells awful. Then I'll drink this one straight from the bottle, a glass bottle, instead of plastic. Cheers, mate, to your health, to my new job, to the new version of the mud, to the future. There is future. If you want a future, you might get a future. If you don't want one, you don't get one. You'll stay in a present that lasts maybe lots of years, but will never get you anywhere. And I'm so fucking happy that I have been accepted for this job, even though it's only a project from the council, city council, to get people back to work. To me it's way more than that. To me it's returning to life itself. And maybe in 10 years, who knows, I might be the mayor of Amsterdam. Another kind of city host. Yeah, you never know. But if you stay in bed, sobbing all day, gaming all day, smoking all day, then you don't get anywhere. Never, ever. It's not even 11 o'clock. And the level 12 now. The girl. Hold on. I'll finish producing this tobacco cigarette in a second. It'll only take a minute, half a minute maybe even faster, but then it's a crap cigarette and I don't want that. I'd have to throw away too much.
You are fucking crazy.
Fortunately, Yes, I like it when you are fucking crazy. I don't like it when you are sad or sobbing. Ah, me neither. No. I've been on a cloud, a pink cloud, for 2 days, 3 days now. And you know, a couple of days ago, a couple of levels ago, this lady accepted a Fighters Guild quest. Gerardina. She accepted a Fighters Guild quest for some noble who was conspiring against the Queen to unravel his doings. And by the time I met the agent, he was dead, and there were some assassins around there, and they tried to kill me, but that didn't work, of course. So there were 3 assassins and there were 4 corpses, and the 4th corpse had a note which was from the contact, the spy who had infiltrated the organization. And I read the note, went straight to the Queen, because it concerned the Queen, involved the Queen, and she said, "Oh my God, thank you for the warning, and I'll have my my soldiers find that guy and arrest him." And so they did, but during the court sessions he escaped to Wayrest, fucking Wayrest, and it's quite a long way, quite a long journey from Sentinel. But of course, my little lady, she already has her own ship. Of course, that's the one thing I do first and foremost when I enter, when I start a new hero. I work towards a ship. So the big ship, not the small ship with a void deck. No, the big ship, the 200,000 gold pieces ship, and usually around level 8, and they get these ships, this ship. And the ship has an advantage that you can store things there that stay there, and I'm a collector. That's why I don't play Diablo 2 with a single machine. I always play it in a network situation where I have servants in another session at another machine who stow away things, and when they are full they create new servants on another machine. So, how much time? Oh, 6 minutes. Okay. So, after 12 levels, she's on her way to Wayrest now. So 12 levels in Sentinel. And of course in Sentinel, the Fighters Guilds are fighter trainers, which are open 24 hours a day. And in order to rise in rank in the Fighters Guild, she had to have another skill, and she was considering some weapon, but somehow that didn't fit into her role. And then she realized, I checked the UESP pages, and I noticed that, well, there are some languages, one of them being Orcish, that are a requirement, one of the 6 skills that are essential to the, well, essential, it's not essential, the 6 focusing skills of the Fighters Guild. One of them was Orcish, the language. So I read what does the language do. Well, they may the higher your skill in the languages, the bigger the chance that some one of that language will not be hostile until you attack it. And I'll have to go to Orsinium one day, maybe, which is Orc Town, Orc space. And my Orcish was already pretty high, 7. It's 20 now, and I still haven't noticed the difference, but I'm still learning Orcish all the way. Every time I am in a Fighters Guild hall, I do a training on Orcish, and I'm in a crypt now on the way to Wayrest, because when I haven't noticed any difference in behavior yet, but I keep pursuing it. I keep pumping the gold in it, because in Wayrest she has bought the ship, 200,000 gold, and on the bank there's now almost 500,000 gold. So what the fuck are you gonna do with that? Buy a house somewhere? No. Houses are crap. Unless you have a house of maybe 1 million or more. But for 50,000 gold, 500,000 gold, you don't get a decent house. And I already have ship, which is tactically way more important, because the guy there was this conspirator has ordered assassins to attack you. So every day you get an assassin attack by 3 assassins. In Sentinel, not in Wayrest, probably. So she's on her way to Wayrest now, where the conspirator has hidden at the King's Court, or Queen's Court, whatever. The Royal Court. But she's not going in a straight line. No. She made all kinds of stops everywhere and doing crypts. And she's close to the province of Wayrest now. And there's more than 20,000 gold to put in the Wayrest bank already. So when she enters the town of Wayrest, she'll go to the bank first and then to the Queen, not in the opposite order. The beer is working, the tobacco is working, I'm going back to the game, and I hope there's some coherence in this. Daggerfall is a marvelous game. I love the dungeons. I'm feeling quite comfortable in them. There will be leeches soon for her as well. There's 1 minute left. Okay. And there are new leeches in Morrowind, and there is much to do, and much to learn, much to have, and much to yearn. Whatever. And I am gonna be city host of Amsterdam. On a bicycle, on foot, with people, working with people, for people, making this a better town, an even better town. And I've made a walk through this town last Thursday, and it was amazing. This is my town. This is where I live.